Hey everyone, it's me Catherine, and today I'm here to talk to you about my spoiler-free thoughts on Bloodwitch by Susan Dennard. This is the third book in the Witchlands series, like the fourth book overall, but the third book in the number 3 in the thing, because there's a 2.5 novella. So it's the fourth book, but the third book overall. Cool. So, if you don't know anything about Bloodwitch or the Witchlands series, this takes place in a world where there are witches. Not everybody's a witch, but some people do have magic, and those people have to be registered. But that's another thing. But we start off in Truthwitch with Safi, who is a Truth Witch, who is the only known Truth Witch, and she is hiding that, keeping that a secret, because if anybody found out, they would probably, quite literally, kill to have her, and she'd really rather not have that happen. And when we start at the edge of a war, basically this treaty, this 20-year truce, is coming to an end, and while a lot of people would like it to continue, there are people that are quite happy to have it end so that they can start, warring against other countries and whatnot. So that's how we start. And if you haven't read them, I do have reviews for both Truthwitch and Windwitch, which are books 1 and 2. It's a joint one. Spoiler free if you want to check that out. I will link it for you to go check that out, because although I will try and keep this as spoiler free as possible, it's hard to avoid even minor spoilers for the previous books in the series. But yeah, so with that done, let's get straight into it. So basically, this book, in my humble opinion, is perfect. Well, it's not perfect, but it was perfect for me. Like, everything I wanted to happen in this sequel pretty much happened. I mean, that's not to say that there weren't stuff that went on and whatnot that I obviously wasn't expecting, but for what I wanted after reading the previous 2 books, things that I wanted to happen happened, and I am so glad that it turned out this way, because to be honest, although I was excited for it, I wasn't super hyped. But after I finished it, mate, this was so good. All of my characters are, well, they're not my characters, they're my children, they're Susan Dennard's characters, but it was good. It was really good, and although there are some characters that I would like to have seen more from the way this is going, that's probably hopefully going to be the next one is going to be them. And although like I've had some things answered, I've got a lot more questions than I had before. But basically a lot happens, I think. A lot goes on in this book. There are new things that pop up that I don't know. I just really enjoyed it, so I'm having a hard time getting the words out to properly express. And because it is a sequel, I've already expressed more or less my thoughts on all these characters, but like the relationships that we get in this, and the new characters and reappearing characters, and it was good. I really enjoyed it, and I have a lot of thoughts. Like, I'm probably most definitely going to do a spoilery chat to talk about this, because there's a lot that I can't say and that I want to say. But it's had a lot of what I love in stories, which is basically the deepening and the making of bonds and relationships between characters. Like, it was good, and I liked it a lot. a lot. We get a lot more of Adwin, obviously, because this is Bloodwitch, and that is what he is. We get more of Adwin, which means we get a lot more of Isolde, and we get a lot more of their relationship together, which is fantastic. I love it, and I love the relationship that they have with each other, and I can't wait for the next one. And then we have Safi and Vanessa, and how they're getting along and what's been going off there, and how they've sort of like started to really bond as characters and friends, I guess. Really, you could probably say definitely a friendship has formed there, which was really nice to see, and I really love that. And we see a lot more of Vanessa and the kind of character that she is, the kind of life that she's had, and that's really interesting to see. And we also we get to see some of Vivia, which is fabulous because Vivia is great and I love her, and I really want a lot more of her next time, because although we had some stuff, there wasn't a lot, I felt, or at least not enough for me to see how she's going to get on with everything that's going on in her life, because that's all gone to, well, it's because that's, you know, it's not easy for her, it's not been easy for her, and it's not going to be easy for her. It was nice seeing that. Also seeing like Merrick, we didn't get a lot of Merrick, which is fine because his was the last book, so we had a lot of Merrick then. So basically this was a lot of seeing what everyone's getting up to, and it's what I wanted. It's what I wanted, so that's why I enjoyed it a lot. And it's really sort of like, it was a lot, there's a lot that goes on, a lot that happens, a lot that's going to happen. Like, this is it's like everything is basically kicking off in this book. Everything kicks off, everything's starting to go, everything's starting to go, and I'm so scared for my children of what's going to happen in the next book, but I'm also really excited to see how it's going to go, because it was great. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. And if you haven't started the Witchland series, if you haven't picked up Truthwitch yet, I highly recommend it. One thing I will say, because I did mention that in Windwitch there is a transgender character who is misgendered a lot throughout the book by one of the main points of view, which obviously is not. But that whole mess is gone. Like, it's like it never even happened, which was really nice. We didn't see a lot of the character in the trans character in this installment, but he's there and he is him. And I was like, honestly, because if she'd even tried to, like, it just, no. But in this book, like, that's gone. That's gone. He is he, and there's none of that nonsense that we had in the previous book, which I get was probably there as, like, to show how that character grew, but, like, not great, but that's done with now. That's at least I hope it is. That's grand. But yeah, but overall I loved this book, and I just want everybody to be safe and happy. That's all. So anyway, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you've read Bloodwitch and some of your thoughts. Obviously try and keep them spoiler free, because the video is spoiler free, so try and keep them spoiler free. And I will probably, almost definitely, absolutely be doing a spoilery chat, so if you want to come talk to me there, that's cool. That's absolutely cool. But yeah, so that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in another video. Bye!